Play clock winding down. The first carry here for xXRIBBLEJ420Xx's. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. And it's complete to Antonio Gates. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Do you get the sense, Brandon, that people are trying to retire Antonio Gates? They keep thinking this is almost the end of the line, and then he keeps making catches like the one we just saw there.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. He'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. To throw on 2nd down is Locke. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Time running out here on the play clock. Throwing is Locke. Strong grabs it over the middle. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They'll run it here. This is Rodgers. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Here's Locke. Finds his target. It's Gates. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
And his throw is incomplete. Sammy Coates, the intended target there. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. On the ground, Rodgers down to the 25. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up the play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. They snap it to Locke. Escaping the pressure right. And it is incomplete. The Giants go on fourth but come up empty. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. And just one tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with the football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out.
Detroit! Detroit! Let's go!
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
All right, here we go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And that is incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They do go for it. It's Wentz. He finds Coleman. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt...
He rifles one that's intercepted. And he's got room. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. So we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a 1st down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the 1st down.
So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. Back with more from Charlotte after this. One receiver left. That's Allen. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. It's caught. Lockett. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. 5 wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. Now Wentz.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So 2nd and 10 here. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Wentz on 3rd down. They'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he will. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
On 3rd down, the defense decided to blitz. A very good job of recognizing it, stepping away from the pressure, and finding open space to scramble and pick up a 1st down.
Wentz out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And it's 1st and goal now, but still 10 yards to go. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run on 1st down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And the wideout in motion. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. I can't imagine we'd see another throw here. 3rd and goal from the 1. Now 3rd down and goal from the 1. Here's Coleman. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And they're not going to get the kick off in time. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. This just a 24-yard attempt. Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not got too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
On 1st and 10, Locke flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this one is incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here's Wentz to throw. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It'll be a gain of 4. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Here's the option going right. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And that's off the mark, incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And this is going to be incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And that's going to make it 4th down.
You know, when you talk about Jalen Ramsey, if he were a basketball player, you'd be wondering about the matchups for him, right? Where would he play? What would he cover? In this case, he can cover just about anything. I think his man coverage skills are excellent. Even a guy of his size, nearly 210 pounds, look at the footwork, look at the agility there. As he drove on the dig route and made a play.
Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Giants are going to get the football back. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the 2nd half. They'll run. It's Rodgers. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Another carry now for Rodgers. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now they go screen. It's complete. The 20. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Antonio Gates, the veteran tight end, was the intended receiver, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Another pistol look here. On 2nd and 10, Locke. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on 3rd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Throwing on 3rd down, Luck finds his target. It's Gates. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a 1st down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Just beating the play clock is Love. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Again, Luck. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Antonio Gates taking it in. And the Giants add on to their lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
That's fielded in the end zone. And with the new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for me. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And they're going to speed things up here.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Nigel Bradham from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. On play action, Wentz. The catch is made by Kendall Wright. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Here we go.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz eluding the pressure right. Incomplete. Kendall Wright, the intended target. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
I know we're doing this game live, but let's step into the film room for just a second, because when they review this play, oh, the negatives are going to be incredible on this one. Rolling out to his right. Yeah, his right-handed, so that's a natural spot for him. But he throws back across his body back.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tevin Coleman from 19 yards away. And the Bengals have got it back to a one-score game. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And New York set to take the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now Rodgers. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now Luck. And this is caught. Demaryius Thomas. 15 yards through the air and a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Luck gonna throw it. Being chased out left. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Normally he's pretty reliable. He usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Now they try the right side here. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now third and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up fourth. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Here we go on fourth. Luck. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Shreds the tackle. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. Give him 23 yards on the pickup, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. They'll run it now out of the gun. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now it's Luck. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Graham now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. All right, Charles, so you win the game. Not only do you get the W in the left-hand column, you get some momentum for the coming week.
Now when you go into the week and you're telling the guys what mistakes have to be corrected, what we have to do to win going forward, you have their full attention. They're excited, they're happy, and they know if they can build that momentum, they can ultimately achieve all their goals.
That'll do it from here for Charles Davis and all our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching Draft Champions here on EA Sports. For more, head on over to easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.
Hello, my name is Kamal. I am from the clouds. I'm a human now, but I used to be a raindrop. Word up, I'm really good at putting words up. I make them levitate and circle with the birds. I don't need to force it, I let it occur. Whatever occurs, thank you. Feel like I was touched by an angel. Once again, a whole nother angle. I got a lot of holes in my angle. I got a lot of love and a whole lot of ignorance, and that's a good thing if you want to relate. I'm just trying 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 to relate.
The lineup screen should be pretty self-explanatory. If you'd like to make some executive decisions on your lineup, you can do so here.
It's come out like a power within him. I get down like gravity, raps, rackety, rappers, and raps, rapidly follow the rapid into the rapid to being rapping, unraveling, rattle riddles and ribbons into the sky. I'm a rebel, feeling riveting, rhythmically clear. I am vigorous, spinning right to the rhythm, go to the side. I am the killer in the grasses. I am the kid in the corner with the glasses. I am the specter, you should respect them. I don't expect it, special ain't special. I don't expect nothing. I'm just really glad I can say something. That's a blessing. Ain't no stress affecting my presence. But sometimes the pressure keep pressing. Worst keeps my impression impressed. That's the way to relate. I'm just trying 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 to relate. From the present now. Present. Come out.
There are men, and there are giants. Bass and stills in the building, flash the camera. I'ma drop the hammer. Things done changed the hip-hop since it Bobby.
Thank you very much, Larry Ridley. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. We are ready for this Draft Champions matchup as you get a quick peek at some of the stars in today's game. We're ready to go. Let's get down to kickoff. Two teams here amped and ready for football, and off we go in week 2 of Draft Champions. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
And it's complete to Antonio Gates. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
He was looking for Antonio Gates that time. And that's going to make it third down and 10.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. So opening drive, third down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on third down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a three-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
On first down, Luck escaping the pressure right. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be...
I don't think this is the last time we'll see in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
It's running down. And they will not even get to the line here as we'll get a delay. Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. To throw on second down is Luck. And this one's incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And that's going to lead to a third down. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down. Throwing on third down, Luck. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down. You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you. Leap.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Again, Luck. Can't find anyone open. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football, worked so hard to get his feet down inbounds, tried to do the toe tap. My dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really?
Yeah, that he is.
How about that? What about Young Davis?
No, it did not. It did not cross.
It didn't carry over.
No, it stopped right there.
Flushed out right. Hard throw, incomplete. He was looking for Jaquiz Rogers there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
And this is not even going to get there. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way.
And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of the team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jacquizz Rodgers, 32 yards. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. On the carry, here's Smith. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Partner, we're into the 2nd quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you? And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They go back to the ground with Smith. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Now Breeze on the bootleg. Flush to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the...
Just a bunch of poor boys, daddies, girls, children of the cornfield, trying to turn a shift job into a dollar bill. We wear the muddy boots, stay true to how we're raised. Ain't nothing about us fake. You know we're straight out of that dirty south, dirty roads. Nobody got no money, got them signed up pickup trucks, whistling at them from the country. Yes, sir. You know we're straight out of that long week working now. Everybody wanna party all night long, bon Just a bunch of John Deere junkies getting funky to some old hang. Nothing been stuck in the mud that we can't hook up to a rusty chain in the sun or in the rain. It's the kind of thing, you know, we're straight out of that dirty south. Dirty roads, nobody got no money. Got them signed up pickup trucks whistling at them from the country. Yes, sir. You know, we're straight out of that long week working now. Everybody wanna party all night long. Bonfire on the back 40 in the middle of nowhere. Nobody going home tonight till we're straight out of moonlight. Straight out of moonlight. Woo! You know we're straight out of that dirty south. Dirty roads, nobody got no money. Got them signed up pickup trucks whistling at them from the country. Yes, sir. You know we're straight out of that long week working now. Everybody wanna party all night long. Bonfire on the back 40 in the middle of nowhere. Nobody going home tonight till we're straight out of moonlight. Straight out of moonlight.
Left field, call it. Babe Ruth, ball it. Your boyfriend's got a cauliflower, and I'm a. So sue me. Who you, Judge Judy? Stacking the rubies. If life was a movie, then you could just call me the Goonies. You're not relevant. Trolling on the internet. No respect. Haven't moved out of your parents' basement yet. Big neck. Coming with the beat that's gonna break your neck.
You can hear me now.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? If you like it loud, we can make it loud. Can you hold it down? 'Cause we can hold it down. Yeah, you can hear me now. Yeah, you can hear me now. Turn it up to 11. Blow it up straight to heaven. Drop the big beats so they gotta listen. Yeah, you can hear me now. We're just a couple of weirdos coming to your city, sending bass into your earlobes like your bleached out hairdos. We glowing in the dark, got the spark, about to flare the fuse. That's just how we do. To Geronimo, parachute, skydiving off your parents' roof. Saw the magician's assistant in half like who the are you? Who the are you? Who the are we? We be the dudes who just come over to water the lawn. We don't say hi, we just come over to walk your dog. We nice like that, we super nice like that.
You can hear me now.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? If you like it loud, we can make it loud. Can you hold it down? 'Cause we can hold it down. Yeah, you can hear me now. Yeah, you can hear me now. Turn it up to 11. Blow it up straight to heaven. Drop the big beats so they gotta listen. Yeah, you can hear me now.